this video, I'm going to show you two shots that I used a lot when I played against players who were very, very comfortable hitting passing shots off the wings. Hard hitters and of course also counter punchers love it when you're approaching with harder, deeper balls to the corners because they don't have to really do a whole lot themselves if you think about it. When you're playing players like that, it's not about hitting your usual approach shots better. It's about using different tools out of your toolbox. The first one is a short slice that actually stays around the service line. And the other one is a hard ball right through the middle, right at them. And both of these plays are designed to force your opponent to do something that they don't necessarily like to do. Most players think about the slice, especially on the forehand, but for sure also on the backhand, as a more defensive play, as a way to buy themselves time and get out of sticky situations. To use the slice, especially the short, really, really low slice, is a fantastic way to make your opponent feel really awkward and disrupt their passing rhythm when we use that as an approach shot. And the reason for that is when your opponent is drawn in to a short, sticky slice, they have to lift the ball. They can't just pound the ball. They have to lift it, which makes it slower, which gives you more time to close in and hopefully get an easier volley. I don't necessarily mean that you get a super easy sitter, but when we're talking about these types of tactical things, they're probably a little bit more at the advanced level. So when I'm saying easy volley, I am saying a makeable volley, and you're not outright getting past. And because the hard hitters and counter punchers love moving there, moving there, moving there, moving there, they have that rhythm of just moving laterally and blasting balls. Moving forward when it's not on your own terms, that is also very difficult for your opponent. And of course, if you chip that slice short through the middle, you're also exploiting the factor that makes the hard drive through the middle really effective, which is that you're not giving your opponents any angles. Remember that we're using these two weapons against players that are really comfortable moving laterally and using your pace to pass you. And by going straight through the middle at them, you might quite literally jam them, which means you're adding a time factor. You're now also taking time away from them, especially if they have, for instance, on the forehand, they have bigger windups. If you go right at them with pace, they're probably going to have a lot more issues than being able to set up as they're running, which they've been doing pretty much their whole entire tennis lives, because that's what people are trained to do, approach deep to the corners. So take that away, time and angles. Going straight through the middle also has another benefit. It gives you a bigger margin of errors than going for the lines, which you shouldn't be doing anyways. If you miss the ball deep, I have way less of an issue than you missing the ball wide. And of course, the net, when you're going through the middle of the court, the net in the middle is lower. So going through the middle of the court can also help reduce your errors. Why is this a video for probably more advanced players? Reason for that is both these approach shots have to have good quality. The slice has to be sticky and low, and usually at lower ratings, players have not mastered that quite yet. Their slice may pop up a little bit, and then of course it's a very big offer for your opponent to pass you right out. And obviously the drive through the middle can't just sit here with no pace. You have to have a certain pace on the ball, and it's got to be deep, otherwise big time offer for your opponent to pass you. But of course, at any level of the game, should you start to add tools to your toolbox. So I would recommend that players of any level start to practice this shot, and even if it's just to know that it exists. One way, of course, would be if you have a partner and they feed you an approach shot short, basically as an invitation, that you can come in and you're working on those two specific shots. In a pinch, you can use the ball machine. And since I do have a fantastic court, but unfortunately no partner, that's what I'm going to do today. Let me know down in the comments which one of these two options are you most excited to work on, or if you've already had success with either one of those.